As you can see, I've gotten a lot of the leaves and other flowers already done, and now I want to work on, let's work on this tulip. And I'm going to be using this page for Help Plus. I'll be using number 19 to help out. And let's see if there's any more that are close up there. I think that's the best one. Yeah, that's the best one. Okay. So let's go ahead and just start with a neutral base, and that will be, let's start with about a 5. And we want to make sure too that we don't forget, very important, is to put on the extender. I'm going to try and pull my light down a little more because it's kind of giving me a shadow to work on, and I hope that that doesn't give you a glare. Let me check. Yeah, I think we're okay. Alright. But there we go. Let's make sure you can see it all. Close enough. Okay, and I can see better too. So we have, I'm going to try and stay out of the camera also. We have our extender on. And make sure that you don't put on too much, but you don't want it to be dry either. So I'm going to start out, and also remember, now this is a little bit too opaque, so let's put some Cindy's mix on it. Remember, we want this to be transparent, so I'm going to dip it in my Cindy's mix, and I'm going to just kind of brush it out on my paper palette. I have that right next to me. You know what I'm doing, and when I say blend it out, so at this advanced lesson, then we will just not show that part because it's easier for me to just leave it where it is. Okay, I'm going to do this. Put this base on. If you prefer to work at it with not as a base coat first, then you can put, you know, the values on and butt them up next to each other and then blend them if you prefer. That's okay. Okay. I will hope that I'm not in your way. Okay, so we've got our base in. Now we can start putting on the dark areas. So I'm going to pinch wipe my brush. I'm not going to wash it or rinse it. Pinch wipe my brush, dip it in Cindy's mix, and then I'm going to go 2 values down. Go down to value 3. Using the rule of 2. And I'm going to put this dark area right here in. And I'm seeing that's not quite dark enough, so just tip a little bit into the next value and brush mix it to try to get a little bit darker shade, one that will show up on what you've already put on. Okay. Grab my small mop, and I actually need to push that back a little. And I'm taking off my base coat when I do that. It's great. I'll grab another brush. And put that back on. It's really very, very dry in my house, and I have a lot of trouble keeping this wet enough. So you'll see me adding some extender a lot.
Are you up there?
Keeping.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and let's swing that around down here. I'm still not pleased with that, so I'm going to let it dry down just a little bit and work on it some more. We've got some, like a dark triangle right there. Okay. Got some shadow here. And right on the chisel of my brush, I'm bringing this line down here that is the separation of the petals, and come right up here also. Pull that out a little bit. And now I want to soften it. Okay, and then we've also got a dark shadow area here. Okay. Okay, we need to separate that front petal from the back. And a little shadow there. Okay, gonna let this one dry down, and I'll come back and fix that. We also, a little, not quite as dark, have an area right here that is just a little shadowy.